Join me as we step into the wild, unpredictable world of celebrity legal drama, because today, we're unpacking one of the most talked about Hollywood disputes, making waves right now. The big question everyone seems to be asking is this: does Blake Lively really have the upper hand in Justin Baldoni's legal battle? There's been a lot of noise, speculation, and headline-grabbing commentary surrounding this situation, and while not all the details are crystal clear, what is clear is that this case has captured the attention of fans, industry insiders, and legal observers alike. So let's break it all down, separate fact from rumor, and explore why this dispute has become such a hot topic. To start, let's talk about why this case matters in the first place. Celebrity legal battles aren't just about contracts and courtrooms, they're about power, reputation, and the complicated reality of doing business in Hollywood. When two well-known figures end up on opposite sides of a legal dispute, it often signals deeper issues behind the scenes. Creative control, money, expectations, and trust all tend to collide, and when they do, things can unravel quickly. According to reports circulating in entertainment media, the dispute between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni appears to stem from a professional collaboration that didn't go as planned. Sources suggest the two were involved in a joint project possibly tied to production or creative development that slowly began to fall apart. While neither party has publicly laid out every detail, insiders claim disagreements escalated over time, eventually leading to legal action. As with many Hollywood deals, what may have started as a promising partnership allegedly turned into a clash of visions and expectations. These types of collaborations often involve complex contracts, layered responsibilities, and high financial stakes. When something goes wrong, it's rarely just one issue, it's usually a chain reaction of misunderstandings and unmet expectations. One of the reasons this case feels so murky is the lack of publicly available information. Unlike some celebrity lawsuits that play out loudly in the media, this situation has unfolded more quietly. That silence could be intentional. Legal teams often advise clients to avoid public statements, especially when negotiations or early court proceedings are still underway. Confidentiality clauses, sealed documents, and strategic discretion may all be at play here. As a result, much of what we know comes from unnamed sources and industry speculation, which makes it even more important to approach the story carefully and critically. Now let's take a step back and look at the people involved, starting with Blake Lively. Blake Lively has been a prominent figure in Hollywood for well over a decade. She became a household name thanks to her breakout role on Gossip Girl, a show that defined a generation and positioned her as both a fashion icon and a leading actress. Since then, she's carefully curated her career, appearing in a mix of romantic dramas, thrillers, and character-driven films. Beyond acting, Lively has built a reputation as a savvy businesswoman. She's known for being selective with her projects and deeply involved in the creative process. That hands-on approach has earned her respect in the industry, but it also means she tends to take professional matters seriously. Publicly, Lively is often seen as polished, strategic, and media-aware. She rarely courts controversy, and when she does speak out, it's usually measured and intentional. That kind of image can matter significantly in legal disputes, especially when public perception becomes part of the conversation. On the other side is Justin Baldoni, an actor, director, and producer who has carved out his own unique space in Hollywood. Many people recognize him from his role on Jane the Virgin, but over the years, Baldoni has expanded his career far beyond acting. He's built a reputation as a filmmaker and advocate, often focusing on emotionally driven stories and social issues. Baldoni has also been vocal about personal growth, vulnerability, and redefining traditional ideas of masculinity, messages that have earned him a loyal following. Professionally, Baldoni is known for passion projects and long-term creative investments. That kind of commitment can be rewarding, but it can also make disputes more personal when projects don't go as planned. Some commentators have speculated that prior professional interactions between Lively and Baldoni may have contributed to the current conflict. While there's no confirmed history of tension between the two, Hollywood is a small world, and past collaborations, or even near collaborations, can sometimes resurface in unexpected ways. It's also worth noting that creative partnerships can deteriorate not because of bad intentions, but because of shifting goals. What feels aligned at the beginning of a project may look very different months or years later. Now let's talk about the moment that really fueled the recent surge of attention, the reported court ruling. According to multiple sources, a recent legal decision appears to have favored Blake Lively on a key issue within the case. While the exact details of the ruling haven't been fully disclosed, reports suggest the judge sided with Lively's legal team on a matter that could significantly influence how the case moves forward. This development has led many observers to speculate that Lively may currently have the momentum. In legal battles, early rulings can shape negotiations, impact leverage, and even influence whether a case ultimately settles or proceeds to trial. That said, a single ruling doesn't determine the final outcome. Legal cases are marathons, not sprints. What looks like an advantage today can shift dramatically as new evidence emerges or arguments evolve. Still, this decision has sparked serious discussion within legal and entertainment circles. Some analysts believe it strengthens Lively's position, while others caution that it's too early to draw conclusions. Justin Baldoni's legal team may respond with new filings, appeals, or strategic adjustments that change the trajectory entirely. At this stage, the case remains very much in motion. So what are the key takeaways right now? First, this dispute highlights how fragile professional partnerships can be even between experienced, successful individuals. Hollywood collaborations often blur the line between art and business, and when expectations clash, the fallout can be intense. Second, public perception matters. Both Lively and Baldoni have carefully crafted public images, and how this case unfolds could influence how they're viewed moving forward regardless of the legal outcome. Third, while Blake Lively appears to have gained a short-term advantage, the case is far from over. Legal momentum can shift quickly, and until a final resolution is reached, anything can happen. As more information emerges, this case could offer valuable insight into how high-profile creative disputes are handled behind the scenes. Whether it ends in a settlement, a decisive ruling, or something in between, the implications may extend beyond just these two individuals. And of course, we'll be watching closely. If you've got thoughts on this unfolding celebrity legal drama, drop them in the comments below. Do you think Blake Lively really has the upper hand? Or is this just the calm before the storm? And don't forget to check out my other videos for more deep dives into celebrity news, Hollywood drama, and the stories everyone's talking about. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.